Greetings. On today's Motocast, we're going to talk about this Daytona replica that was made famous by none other than Carroll Shelby. Carroll Shelby came up with a concept car that he wanted to beat Ferrari at their own game, right? So this is what he came up with. It was powered back then, I believe, by a 289. This car has a 351 Windsor placed in it. It's got all kinds of competition work done to it, with over $86,000 expended to make this car into what you see today. It's built on a Factory 5 chassis and body, and Factory 5, if you don't know them, look them up. They are the preeminent people to go to get yourself. It's not exactly a kit car, okay? While you build it yourself, it's something that enthusiasts do for a love of the challenge and making their car personalized to themselves. So you will also find cars like this with big block 428s in them. So you'll find them in all different types of trim and finish. This one is finished in British racing green with a beautiful tan interior. It's devoid of any regalia, meaning it's got none of the racing stripes or the insignias or the numbers on it. And I like it clean like this. It's kind of a clean palette, an open slate for somebody to decide if they want to leave it as you see it or take it to the next level. It's certainly streetable and made to be driven on the street. It's pretty tight inside, so I've got a small stature and I have no problems getting in it. But I will tell you, some of you larger guys out there, you might want to come down here and take it for a drive or at least try before you go and purchase. Now, what makes this one unique is it does have an automatic transmission. You'd say, well, who the hell would put an automatic transmission in a race car? This is not a race car. It's to be driven on the street. Some of you aging guys out there, you know who you are, right? You might have had a hip replacement. You can't put the clutch in anymore. Your knees are shot, but you still want a cool car? Listen, Ferrari stopped making clutched cars. Porsche doesn't make them anymore, so I don't see any problem with this having an automatic. In fact, I think it is an attribute because it opens the audience to a lot more people that might not otherwise consider this car. So that's why we're telling you up front it's got an automatic transmission. It's one owner from new. It has a 351 Windsor V8, Ford C6 automatic transmission. Some of the internals are a crane camshaft with a mild cam, aluminum rockers, Edelbrock aluminum heads, Wyand intake, Holley high-performance fuel pump, custom headers, side pipes, of course, Griffin aluminum radiator, rack and pinion steering, four-wheel disc brakes all around, aluminum fuel tank, rear-mounted battery, upgraded independent rear suspension, and coilover. Step inside, said the spider to the fly. So inside this thing is pretty Spartan. It's all about business. There's no heat, there's no air conditioning. There's 1,800 miles on this car since it was built. It's got a very nice Spartan vinyl interior, old style wooden 3-spoke wheel, B&M shifter connected to a C6 transmission. So what you'll find up underneath here is a Factory 5 chassis. It's a tubular chassis. It's very stout, stiff. It's perfect for this type of race car, if you will. It's got the A-frames with coil over suspension. This thing is basically set up like a race car. It's all about business. It's pretty simple underneath. It's got a MSD ignition box, give you a nice hot spark. This car will just flat get it, okay? It's got headers with the side exhaust, so they go up and over and out onto the side of the car, just as they were designed originally. This thing's immaculate as you see it. All the detail, the frame is immaculate. All the fit and finish was done properly. It's basically a show car that you can drive. Who wouldn't want a Shelby Daytona coupe? Fresh, ready for the road, finished in British racing green, and an awesome clean interior that sounds like. Oh, still my beating heart. Thanks again for visiting. Be sure to check us out on all those social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, eBay. We'd love to have you like and share. We've been on eBay now since '99. We've been doing this since 1987. Be sure to check out our website, motoexotica.com, and get out and drive.